Yes, we are. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final installment of our Double Dare series here on the Bingel Watch. My name is Matt Bingel. Thanks so much for joining us. Yeah, this is it. This is the final installment of the Double Dare miniseries that we've been doing for the last 5 weeks. I don't even know what to say right now. I really don't. But just to not confuse anybody, this is not the final episode of the Bingel Watch. Not by a long shot, pal. We got a whole bunch of new topics that we're going to talk about starting next week, and I'm sure you're going to be very excited to see or hear what those topics are. But you'll have to wait until next week on that. Before we get started, though, we have a big announcement. You've probably known about this by now, but for the first time since 1995, Double Dare is going back on tour. Yes, very, very exciting. I'm really excited about it. Especially because Double Dare is coming to Baltimore. Yes, hi, Baltimore, yes. All the yes. Yes, Double Dare will be coming to Baltimore on November 3rd. That's a Saturday. It'll be at the UMBC Arts Center, and I will be recording all of it live on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Bingel Streams. I'll post the link down in the description. I'll be going live tomorrow with that. Just like a test stream or something. I don't know. We'll see. Right. Yep. If you want to check out more information on the Double Dare tour and see if it's coming to your area, although tickets are already out now, go to DoubleDareLiveTour.com. DoubleDareLiveTour.com. Yeah. But honestly, I'm very, very, very excited about tonight. Because tonight, we are talking about Double Dare 2K18, as I like to call it. The current incarnation of Double Dare. Now I have one guest, but that's okay. Better than none. So we're talking about this all by myself. And it's our resident Double Dare master himself, Cory Lawrence. Let's say hello to him. Alright, Corrigan, we're on the air. Say hi.
Hello.
There you are. Cory Lawrence is back again with us. This is our last installment in our Double Dare series.
It is.
Yes, this is. And don't worry, Cory, I already mentioned about the tour. Yeah,
Alright.
But we're very excited that Double Dare is going back on tour for the first time since 1995. That's crazy. That's exciting but crazy. If you want to check it out, DoubleDareLiveTour.com. Yep. So, last week, if you remember, we gave a backlash to Double Dare 2000, and we also talked a little bit about Nickelodeon guests.
It's your bingo.
Yes. Yes.
I have found the pre-sale link for Double Dare.
This has been recorded 2 days before, by the way. Very nice.
It's the Ticketmaster website. There you go.
Thank you.
But you might need the offer code.
Right. That's what the offer code was about when we checked the UMBC website the night before we started taping this, folks. Because I'm not passing this up. There's no way that's happening. Nope. Yep. Should be excited. Yep, and I will make sure to bookmark this. Let me bookmark it now, so that way I don't forget. We'll talk more about the tour a little later. Can this thing stop?
The VIP experience.
Yep, VIP experience. Let's talk about the VIP experience
$.
here. Anyways, let's talk about That's fine. Let's talk about the VIP experience for a second here. As I just mentioned earlier, Double Dare for the first time since 1995 is going back on tour. Very excited about that. I know, Cory, you're excited about that as well.
Yes.
Yes, and let's list off some of the cities that we'll be going to. I already mentioned my hometown of Baltimore. I'm especially excited about that. It'll also be coming to Pittsburgh, in the middle of November. I believe we're going to Rosemont, Illinois, as well, one of the more obscure cities. No offense to anybody in Rosemont. Also Fayetteville and Charlottesville, North Carolina. In October, early November. So, and the site said 2018-2019 tour schedule. So they're probably gonna roll out with more tour dates here over the next couple of, shall we say, months, because this is like only the beginning of the tour. But we're very excited about it, and I already mentioned the whole Twitch thing, what's gonna be happening with that. So we're all good with that. Right.
Following the Bingel watch here, I will help you purchase your tickets.
Sounds good with me. If at all possible, with the offer code and such. We'll worry about that.
You don't really need the offer code per se.
Really?
Yeah, from what I'm seeing here. Hang on, I'll refresh.
That's interesting.
That's probably for the tickets and stuff.
Right.
But not the... That's for radio, venue, and marketing pre-sale. But the VIP experience is completely unlocked.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Alright, damn. That's fast. Tickets would be on sale by the time this airs, so this is like 2 days before it's being aired, like usual. Right, we'll talk about that later. Right now...
Yeah, we'll deal with this after the show.
Yeah. Right. Tonight's topic, the current incarnation of Double Dare. We mentioned this a tad bit on last week's show, but not much because we wanted to save all the stuff for tonight. So, here we go. Here goes nothing. Yep. Let's get started. The current president of Nickelodeon is a big fan of old Nickelodeon game shows. We've mentioned this on the show before. Just like most of us, who watch the show and stuff, they're big fans of 90s game shows. Nickelodeon game shows, anyway. And it's no surprise that the OG of Double D, Mark Summers, went to the current president of Nickelodeon, and they got the green light. And asked to bring it back.
For it to be back on. Yep. And they got the green light.
Got the green light. That's how you've gotten Double Dare over the last 2 months or so. Yeah, 2 months. Actually, almost 2 months. Could be officially 2 months on Saturday, 25th. Yep. So I know some original fans are probably mad that Mark Summers isn't the host in this one. Although he did host an episode, at the end of July?
I believe so.
Yeah, it was towards the end of July when he actually hosted an episode of Double Dare for the first time since 1993. Trust me, folks, it's been 25 years since he's hosted. And
it was like he didn't miss a beat.
Nope, he didn't. Chances are he's probably going to be hosting the tour as well, as usual.
From what I understand, yes.
I'm not surprised, honestly. I am honestly not surprised. Because, it's Mark Summers, for God's sake. Yes. Although, I do have to say, the current host of Double Dare is Liza Koshy. She is a social media star, shall we say.
And from Vine, too.
Well, that technically counts as social media, but oh well. Vine, Instagram, YouTube, all that. And she got the job for Double Dare, and Mark told I'm trying to remember here because I know we've been talking about the current incarnation of Double Dare periodically over the last 4 weeks, and basically Mark wanted it to be like the original Double Dare, like as people remember it back then. Not with the graphics and stuff. Obviously, the graphics are going to be updated. Obviously, but I mean, the same slime, same mess, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Just as good as it was back then. And I really have to say, I've watched all 40 episodes. Liza Koshy is an amazing host of Double Dare. She's fantastic. Now, of course, she can't compare to the OG Mark Summers, but she's just as good.
Yep. She's perky. She's got the energy.
Yep. A lot of it. A lot of energy.
Yep, and the dad jokes.
Oh, of course. You had to bring up the dad jokes, didn't you?
I know, but Mark's doing them too, and that show
He's
is
doing them
just
too.
like it used to be with all the dad jokes and all the corny jokes.
Well, I mean, corny jokes have been around with Double Dare for quite some time. So, of course, that has had to be brought back too. Of course.
Yep.
Because, kept people entertained. Just like the show itself. Now, obviously, Now, we gave a nice backlash last week to Double Dare 2000 on last week's show. Thankfully, they changed a lot of the stuff from Double Dare 2000 to Double Dare 2K18. They got rid of the Triple Dare challenge. Thank God. Because like we said last week, that's what really killed the show. Double Dare took that.
It took too long to explain. Like Mark Summers said, if you take more than a 3-minute long explanation, people are going to turn the dial away from you.
Yep. Sure enough, that's exactly what happened. Not with Double Dare, not with the current Double Dare though. She's quick. She knows what she's doing. That's because she was taught by the OG Double D, so it really makes sense. We were talking the ratings last week, and the ratings on Double Dare. They are glowing big time. They are absolutely glowing, especially during premiere week. Oh, they
scored so high.
So high. So high. And I looked at the Double Dare Live Tour website. Nickelodeon has been the #1 cable network for kids for 22 consecutive years. 22 years. That date back to the 1995-96 season. But unfortunately, Double Dare wasn't on the air, airing new episodes at that point. Although they did air reruns when Nickelodeon Gas came around.
From 96 till 2008. 2006, for original users that watch the show.
2007 was when Nick Gas went off the air.
2007, but it lasted an extra 2 years.
Year and a half.
For Dish Network customers.
Dish Network customers, they finally pulled the plug in April 2009. And it's honestly a shame because I've watched many shows on YouTube from reruns off of that network. And looking at those episodes, that seemed like a really good channel.
It was.
Nick Splat.
It just wasn't getting the.
Nick Splat kind of doesn't compare. I mean, sure, there's the old cartoons from Nickelodeon, but they have credit crunches, which I hate so much. Trust me, I hate those credit crunches, and I hate them with a passion. Like, they have like a promo for 3/4 of the screen. You only see the credits for 1/4. I hate that. That's the worst. Because you want to see the original stuff. Like the old logos especially with the Nickelodeon Hey Pile they had in the 90s. Classic. And of course the little copyright at the end. For a while it was MTV Networks. I think that was until like 1992-93. So. But yeah, you gotta love those credits because like saying goes, credit is where credit is due. But I digress. A lot of people were pumped that Double Dare was coming back, myself and Cory included.
Mm-hmm.
We were especially excited that Double Dare was coming back because I'm a big fan of the show, but Cory's a more of a bigger fan than I am. Let's face it. let's face it. Let's face the truth here, because,
I've been with the show since its beginnings.
well, I mean, you are a Double Dare baby after all. So,
Yep.
yep, so he was a Double Dare baby. I, unfortunately, was a Double Dare 2000 baby, because I was born during the 2000 era. Sad face, but who cares? I don't. I don't. I mean,
Hmm.
I don't. I mean, that's honestly what really made my summer. Knowing that Double Dare came back on TV. And I have a feeling, honestly, that a lot of Nickelodeon game shows are going to come back. I mean, look at it. Legends in the Temple did a movie, what, a year and a half ago? Something like that?
Yep.
Yep. Double Dare came back. What's going to be next? Let's think about it for a second here. What's going to be next? What do you think?
Whew. I will say so much positive things. If it wasn't for the shakeup that has gone on at Nickelodeon, I don't think things would be the way they are now.
Nah. Yeah, and there has been a big shakeup going on in Nickelodeon for a little while now. Would you mind going ahead explaining that? I guess I'll take that as a no. Anyways,
Hang on a moment.
I'm sorry.
They had a huge management shakeup overhaul. The original longtime president is out as Viacom continued the management overhaul, and this was reported by the LA Times again, June 4th, 2018 at 4 p.m. And it quotes Nickelodeon's longtime president, Seema Zargami, who worked at the children's TV channel for more than 30 years, is stepping down. Its parent company, Viacom, continues to reshape its management ranks. Chief Executive Officer Bob Bakish announced Zargami's departure Monday. Viacom Media Network's CEO Sarah Levy will run the network at least on an interim basis, so Miss Levy is the one that helped Double Dare get back on the air. While Bakish also searches for a replacement for a hugely important children's channel, Levy has been with Viacom for over 2 decades, and her responsibilities have expanded since Bakish took over as the CEO in December of 2016. So even though Seema has been there, there's been some questionable stuff that she has done over the years that forced her departure.
For example,
Skipping all the prattle here, she did play an integral role in growing Nickelodeon into the dominant force in kids' entertainment. Bakish said in a company statement announcing her departure, but the channel that had both shows such as Paw Patrollers for preschoolers and other stuff had suffered in the streaming era with rising competition. Some parents prefer that their children watch commercial-free programming available through major streaming services such as Netflix, and some critics believe that Viacom unwittingly helped turn Netflix into a destination for children with its ill-fated decision more than 5 years ago they made to license SpongeBob SquarePants and other Nickelodeon shows to the streaming service Netflix. Viacom had ended the deal in the year 2013 amid a steep ratings decline. Nickelodeon, like many other traditional channels, has been grappling with audience erosion. But separately, Nickelodeon this spring has ended its long-time relationship with one of its most prolific producers for decades now, Dan Schneider. He has produced a lot of great shows, and it's sad to hear that they ended their long-time relationship with him.
yes.
Last week, there was another major departure being announced. Dibberly left Viacom after serving in the top job at the BET network for more than 2 decades. Lee started at BET, which showcases African-American programming in 1986 and helped build it into a juggernaut. With Lee and Zargami's departures from both of those networks, Bakish has replaced nearly every top programming head at Viacom. So, needless to say, 2 big shakeups for 2 big Viacom-owned networks.
Yep, Dan Schneider did shows such as Drake and Josh, iCarly, Victorious, and Sammy Cat, but he was also an executive producer for Kenan and Kel during its
Mm.
first and second season. That ran from 1996 to the year 2000. He was executive producer of All That for a while, from 2000 to 2005. That premiered way back in 1994. He also is the co-creator and executive producer for 3 current shows that are going on right now on Nickelodeon: Henry Danger, Game Shakers, and The Adventures of Kid Danger, which are currently on the air on Nickelodeon, but chances are those might not be lasting too much longer, considering the departure of Schneider. It was also announced on March the 26th that Game Shakers will not be renewed for a 4th season. Meanwhile, Henry Danger will be coming back for a 5th season. The Adventures of Kid Danger is the newest one, although we're probably not sure if that's going to last another season, considering Schneider's departure from Nickelodeon. So we'll have to see what goes from there, but yeah. Yep. While it was sad that Dan Schneider cut ties with Nickelodeon, sometimes it receives rewards. Double Dare coming back for the first time. For the first time the right way in 25 years. Because Family Double Dare left the air all the way back in 1993. And, like we said earlier in the show, folks, the current incarnation of Double Dare, their ratings have been glowing. They have been glowing big time. And I don't blame them. I don't blame the ratings for glowing. That's fantastic. Because Nickelodeon, as we mentioned, I believe is our first episode of this series, Nickelodeon put a lot on the line for producing this series. This was a big move to bring back an old Nickelodeon show, and done the right way, I should also add, to ratings that soared, especially during its premiere week. We mentioned that a little bit last week, about the ratings last week, and they were phenomenal this season. And it's also getting a lot of good reviews. Yep. We also mentioned the Double Dare reboot, especially during its premiere week, was the most viewed series. The premiere week, anyway, the most viewed series on kids' television this year. And chances are, nothing is going to beat that. Absolutely nothing is going to beat the Double Dare reboot this year in terms of kids' television and their ratings. That's just not going to happen.
Definitely, and they've also been announced confirmed for a 2nd season.
Yes, okay. We had some things popping in our mind. We weren't sure if he'd come back for a 2nd season, but it is confirmed Double Dare's coming back for another season. That's a good sign. That's a fantastic sign. When was this confirmed, by the way?
On an episode that aired on Nickelodeon, it showed up in one of the corners of the screen, and it said Double Dare will be back for another season.
Fantastic.
It said they would be back for more new episodes in the fall.
Honestly, it was done right. It was done
Done
properly.
like the original, but mixed with Family Double Dare.
Mixed with family.
There were some return to some old.
My thing crashed on me. One sec. Oh, never mind, it didn't. My apologies. If my apologies. I thought the thing crashed on me. Never mind. Never mind. False alarm. It crashed on me. Never mind. Anyways, no worries. But it is officially confirmed Double Dare will be back in the fall, which is fantastic. Rightfully deserved, too. Because Liza Koshy's a great host. It was done right for the first time in 25 years. Take notes, Double Dare 2000. You ain't gonna compare with this. That's why we said Double Dare 2000 was the worst out of the 5. We're not saying it's really bad, per se. It's just, it could be better. Double Dare 2000 could have been a lot better. It had potential, but it just didn't show.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike this year's version of Double Dare, it really showed. And if you do it the right way, people are gonna be brought back from their childhood. You know, because Cory over here has been watching Double Dare for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's
Finders, keepers, and think fast. Nick Arcade, get the picture. Every single dang game show under the sun.
All the Nickelodeon game shows. Every single one. He was born in the right generation. I was not. Anyways, that's the truth. Okay, maybe
born in '86.
Born in '86. Double Dare premiered in '86. You were born in the right generation, my friend. I was not. Anyways, yep. So we've been going on about 26. Okay, it's not bad. We still got plenty of time here. Just checking time. No big deal. But let's talk about Liza Koshy. She is an incredible host. A perfect, absolutely perfect. I don't know how to describe it. I wouldn't say replacement, because replacement would be the wrong term for this. Because Mark Summers is in the announcer's chair for this incarnation anyway. But shall we say new host? I guess I don't know what's the right term for this, but Liza Koshy is an amazing host of Double Dare. That's because she was taught by the OG of Double D, and it makes sense. I mean, sure, a lot of people from the internet world, like Vine, Instagram, all that stuff, are coming into television now and making their own game shows, making their own shows and stuff. Some questionable, some not very good. But Double Dare is one of those that's really, really good. And that's rare these days.
Well, the only reason also why Double Dare showed up was because of that knockoff they tried to do, which was Keep It Clean or whatever it was.
I mean, it's a family show. What do you expect? But yes, I think Liza Koshy is a fantastic host. Like Cory said here, she's got a lot of energy.
Perky everything.
Perky, witty, and a very good host. Now, Mark Summers is a very good announcer, I must say. People are going to be like, oh, we want Mark Summers back as host. Well, you got your wish back on, what was it, July 26th? Something like that? During the week of July 26th or something. Mark Summers actually came back and hosted. Host a show of Double Dare in 25 years. Because the last time he hosted was the finale of the original Double Dare, the Tournament of Champions, back in 1993. And it was a real treat for everybody, especially us, that we got to see Mark host that show again. That was just amazing in itself. I honestly feel like that was the highlight of the season. Honestly, because I mean, he still got it. Mark has still got it, folks. That's probably why he's going back on tour again. Two reasons. Number one, the current incarnation's been so successful this summer. It's coming back in the fall. It only makes sense. Number two, no, I shouldn't say possibly. It is the greatest game show Nickelodeon ever did. Ever. If you want to disagree with me, that's fine. But Double Dare was the show that really built to all those other 90s Nickelodeon game shows. Finders Keepers, Legends of the Hidden Temple, Figure It Out, all those other game shows from Nickelodeon in the 90s. The golden era of children's game shows.
Hmm?
The Double Dare was the influence. And number two, from that July 26th episode, Mark still got it. He still got it after all these years.
Mm-hmm.
He still got it.
He didn't miss a beat. He kept the game going and everything.
Yep. Yep, and we are very glad that they did not bring back the Triple Dare Challenge, because that was the absolute worst idea in Double Dare history. And Cory,
yes.
I was about to say, you better agree with me on that, because that's what really pulled the plug on Double Dare 2000. And like Cory said, if you go on for more than 3 minutes, if it's the first episode, that's one thing. It's a brand new show. But if you're going to do that every single episode, yeah, people are just going to flip the channel to, like, Disney Channel. Because, well, Disney Channel was lit back then, but not now. We'll talk about that another time, though. But honestly, though, if they're going to talk about, like, a Triple Dare challenge, keep it brief. Like, okay, here we are. We're going to give you Triple Dare. Here's how I do. It's time for Triple Dare Challenge, players. Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to let you take the challenge, but if you risk it, you get it for 8. What was it? 8 times? No, it wasn't 8 times the dollars.
No, it was
that's
triple what the...
although triple what the Double Dare value was. Basically 6 times, I guess. I guess you could say 6 times.
Yeah,
so.
6 times.
6 times. I was close. Hi, Hunter. Hunter Doan, everybody. Yay!
I'm sorry I'm a little late.
That's okay.
Sorry I'm a little late to the party.
That's perfectly okay. And Spencer's here too. Spencer Leak, I believe this is his first time with us. Welcome.
Yep, what they did wrong, though, Marty, is that they should have kept it short and sweet, saying,
yes,
you decide to take... We're going to offer you the Triple Dare Challenge. If you decide to take it, you could be taking a risk of either having something good happen to you or something bad happen to you for this physical challenge. But if you take it and you complete the physical challenge, you will get a special bonus prize. And what is it?
And we would explain the prize at this point.
Yep, and then it would be up to them to either take it or not.
If you want to take, but be warned, if you lose the Triple Dare Challenge, the amount of money goes to the other team, not the prize. The prize is only for you.
Yep.
So
then they would either choose to take or deny.
So you're gonna take the challenge, or are you not going to?
Yeah, and half the time, some of the teams that were behind would usually take it. Although I've seen some teams that had a lead take it and still completed it, but just by sheer luck.
Yeah, just by sheer luck here.
But with this, we don't have to worry about that because the game is originally what it was supposed to be. It flows perfectly, and the cash values are up just to account for inflation.
Yep, like it's supposed to. Yep, just the way it was all those years ago. Let me see. Let me check something here. Okay. Yep. Let me think here. Yep. So let me catch these two up here. We just been talking about the current incarnation of Double Dare. Looking back on this series, I know it's been 5 weeks since we started this miniseries. Cory, be honest with me. Out of every single incarnation of Double Dare, which one was your favorite and why? Be honest.
I would have to say probably in terms of mess and laughs, it was Family Double Dare by that alone, and also in terms of best creativeness, it was Super Sloppy Double Dare, the Florida run.
Yes, the Florida run, not the Philadelphia run. Because
by the time they moved to where Nick Studios was located, it hadn't been called Nick Studios officially yet, but
not yet,
it was.
But it was in the middle of 1990.
So they had all the room that the Family Double Dare run had, so they were able to do bigger obstacles.
Basically, the current incarnation of Double Dare is great, but doesn't really live up. No, I shouldn't say that. It sort of lives up, but it will never compete with the original. Pretty much.
Okay. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Never.
Because
Byron Taylor was the one behind a lot of that.
Yep. Byron Taylor.
So we have no idea if he's involved with the revival at all.
We don't know. If that. Again, this is why credit crunches don't help people. This is why we stick with the OGs. Right.
Mr. Taylor was behind a lot of the obstacles. It was just his creative thinking on how he created everything.
I know about Nightmare, though, because that was a nightmare.
Nightmare, that was not his.
Thank God that wasn't his.
As far as I know, that wasn't his. Anything else in terms of the motif and the other obstacles, yeah, those were his.
Any better obstacle course, I should say, was his idea. Now, was he involved with the Double Dare 2000 revival? That's the question.
That I believe so.
Probably regrets it at this point. I mean, it was good for what it was, but the Triple Dare challenge just no. Nope. It's just like Yep. How long have we gone now? Okay, we still got a little bit of time here, about 30 minutes or so. Let me check one thing here. Yep. So I'm trying to think here because there's a lot I want to say about Double Dare.
You've hit a brick wall, haven't you?
I mean, we've already talked about a lot about Double Dare 2018. We have, and I don't know. I kind of hit a brick wall, but I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail about the episodes themselves because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't watched it yet. You're welcome. But Double Dare as a whole really lives up to its hype, and I can see why with their big tour coming up in a couple months. Still living up to its hype, almost 32 years later. I mean, yep. If it wasn't for that big shakeup that happened late last year, early this year, we wouldn't have had a Double Dare 2018. I don't think. Does that sound right, Cory?
I believe so, yes.
Yep. So, if it wasn't for the current president, we probably wouldn't have had a revival. We wouldn't even have had the tour, I don't think. We would have had none of that. Although, honestly, I'm quite surprised that Double Dare... No, Nickelodeon has been number one in cable television for 22 straight years, honestly. Because there are some shows that have been good over the last 22 years. Cat Dog, for example, especially. That was a good show. What else? Between 95 and now. And there haven't been good ones. For example, Breadwinners. Breadwinner, no, that was just terrible. Especially their theme song, yuck. Right, but that's another story. You want to talk more about Double Dare 2018 there, Cory?
Anything else I want to talk about Double Dare 2018?
Yeah.
Anything, I mean, other than the fact that the show's back, messier than ever, and everything they're doing.
The show's back.
Messier than ever, and they're doing everything right like they're supposed to.
And
I really have no qualms about it.
I definitely don't have any qualms about it. I mean, sure, some of the original fans would be like, why is Mark Summers not coming back as permanent host? I mean, you didn't even see him at all at Double Dare 2000, although he was a part of the staff. He wasn't really too involved with the show itself.
With DD2K, but
With
DD...
DD2K, due date DD2K18.
he is the announcer
he
and
is the
majorly involved.
Majorly involved. Like it should
Because I believe he owns part of the brand.
I'd say so. I mean, after all, he hosted the thing for 7 years. I mean, at first he didn't want to get messy, but look what happened. He did. And,
He does.
And look where the show took off now. It's back. It's back to stay for another season, which I'm honestly not surprised that Double Dare is coming back for a second season, because the ratings glowed, which is amazing. They'll be airing repeats throughout. I'm pretty sure they'll be airing repeats throughout the next couple weeks or so.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's what TV shows do. You know, over the summer, like CBS, Let's Make a Deal, Price is Right, they air reruns over the summer until the new episodes start airing. Chances are Nickelodeon's gonna do that, because this was their most successful show this year. The most successful kids show on television this year. And that's not surprising. That's not surprising. Even adults who watched the original show back in the 80s and 90s watch the current incarnation of Double Dare. Like Cory over here. He's been a big fan of Double Dare for many years, and even he's satisfied with Double Dare, the current incarnation of Double Dare. I'm not surprised though. That's not surprising, because let's face it, they did everything right that Double Dare 2000 did wrong. That's the truth. I mean, it's not to say that Double Dare 2000 was bad in a sense. I mean, they did a couple good things, but they did a couple weird and odd things that just didn't seem right.
Yep.
Changing the names of the obstacles to confuse everybody. We mentioned that on last week's show. God, that was a mess and a half. And of course, the Triple Dare Challenge, which was also a mess and a half as well. God, that was a nightmare. How long have we gone now? About 44 minutes? That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
No,
not bad. If we want to go max time, we still got about 15 minutes, but we're right at the... If we do a 45, we're kind of at the tail end, but we're probably going to go for an hour tonight. Because chances are we're probably going to talk about the tour as well, coming up here. If I could find my phone, I will pull up the other dates and locations that they have right now. Because chances are it's going to be updating over the next several weeks.
Yep.
I would say so. Because if you go on the Double Dare Live Tour website, it said 2018-2019 tour schedule, not just 2018. So there will be shows throughout the country early next year. If not by the Christmas holiday, or towards the Christmas holiday, early next year. Chances are they're probably going to be taping more episodes for season 2, which I don't blame them, honestly, but... You know, there's my phone. I was looking for that. Sorry to get up there for a quick second here. No big deal. Let's go through the tour dates and where they're going to be at. Let's do that real fast. Let's see. Tour dates. The whole tour begins in Fayetteville, North Carolina on October 30th at the Crown Complex. Then it goes to Cincinnati, Ohio on November 1st at the Taft Theater. Then it goes to Charlotte, North Carolina, back to North Carolina and Charlotte on November 2nd at the Ovens Auditorium. Then it comes here to Baltimore at the UMBC Events Center on November 3rd, which I will be going to, by the way. Should also add. It will also be in Norfolk, Virginia the following night, on November 4th at the Constant Convocation Center. Then it'll be traveling lots of miles to Milwaukee on November 7th at the Miller High Life Theater. Then it'll be traveling to Indianapolis on November 8th at the Old National Center Muppet Theater. This is slash, I don't know why. Then it'll be heading to Nashville on November 9th at the Tennessee Performing Arts Center, not the Grand Ole Opry. Let's not get confused on that, people. Then I'll be going to Rosemont, Illinois on November 10th at the Rosemont Theater, and then traveling to Cleveland, Ohio on November 11th at the Playhouse Square State Theater. Then I'll be heading to Hartford, Connecticut on November 14th at the Bushnell Mortensen Hall. Then I'll be heading back, I guess, lower towards my area on November 15th at the NJPAC, better known as Prudential Hall, on November 15th. Then I'll be heading to Rochester, New York on November 16th at the Auditorium Theater. And finally, the last date that we have as of right now, November 18th at the Benedum Center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. As of the time this would be airing, all tickets for all shows are on sale, and you can even get a Double Dare VIP experience. I will. I'm not saying I probably will. I will. Let me read what it says here. The Double Dare VIP experience features premium show seating, a pre-show meet and greet opportunity with the OG of Double D, Mark Summers, and Robin Russo, who was a part of the original series of Double Dare, on the Double Dare live stage, and an official live tour limited souvenir. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, there are a limited number of Double Dare VIP experience tickets, which must be purchased in advance. These are designated as VIP tickets in each city's ticketing system. Purchasers should plan to arrive at the theater 90 minutes in advance of the show start time. Check for exact details when you purchase tickets, since timing changes slightly from city to city. Each adult and child in a group must have a Double Dare VIP ticket. Go to the check-in table and pick up your Double Dare VIP packet. Patrons will be directed to the meet and greet, which ends approximately 30 minutes before showtime. Latecomers risk missing the opportunity. Oh yeah, you won't. Please do not forget your camera. You'll want to capture your Double Dare live experience. That is why I will be streaming it live, my show anyway, on Saturday, November 3rd, live on my Twitch page, twitch.tv/Bingel Streams. You can find it in the description down below. I will also be going live tomorrow, Saturday, August 25th, as a test stream to see how it goes. And of course, I will be going live on Saturday, November 3rd, from the UMBC Event Center. And it will all be live, and it will also be posted on my YouTube page. Probably, at best, November 8th. So, just keep an eye out on that one. How long have we gone for now? We've gone about just about 50 minutes here. And like I said, it says 2018-2019 tour schedule will be updated regularly. So, make sure you check. There will be in more cities. If mentioned site, and if you're going to the November 3rd show in Baltimore, I'll be there. Come by and say hi. Come by and say hi to me, because, well, I'd be glad to meet y'all. If you're big fans of my channel anyway, I'd love to meet you all. And we'll have a good time watching the OG of Double D, Mark Summers, do it all again. For the first time since 1995 on tour anyway. And I gotta say, I'm really excited about this tour. This is the first time they're touring in 23 years. 23 years, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm very excited about this tour. Again, they'll probably announce more tour dates and shows throughout the next couple of months. So keep an eye out on that website occasionally. Again, the website DoubleDareLiveTour.com. Yep, DoubleDareLiveTour.com. Check it out. I'm going to tell you, this tour is going to be amazing. No, I'm not going to every single show. That's not happening because, well, I start college soon. But I will definitely go to the show on November 3rd. And I'll be streaming it live on Twitch. Everybody watch it, please. It's going to be an experience you won't want to forget. So, Yep. And I'll take pictures and post them on my Twitter and Instagram as well. Because, hey, why not? In terms of this series, though, on Double Dare, this has been a fantastic series about the greatest Nickelodeon game show of all time. I don't care if you disagree with me. Double Dare is the greatest Nickelodeon game show of all time because it led to so many other shows like Finders Keepers, Figure It Out, Legends of the Hidden Temple, and so many other classic
don't tell that girl who thought that. Don't tell that girl who said that her favorite Nick game show is Finder. Okay.
Who cares, really? I mean, everybody has their opinion, but in terms of impact on Nickelodeon television, Double Dare is the greatest Nickelodeon game show of all time. Because look where it led it. It led to about 15 years of amazing Nickelodeon game show, a lot of products, a lot of success with the channel, and still
And
a lot
also
of
they're
success
selling
now.
new Double Dare swag.
New Double Dare swag? Like
Yeah.
what? Like what?
Yeah, shirts. They're on shirts again.
I thought they've had those out for a while.
They're selling the shirts again because of the show's revival.
What? I was about to say, what, they sell out already and they're just restocking it?
No.
That's what I thought at first. Amazon.com if you want to find one of those Double Dare t-shirts. I'm probably going to get those before I go out on November 3rd. I'm going to be very excited about it because, of course, you got to represent. If you're going, you got to represent. I mean,
Yep.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Now the question is, do I get in red or blue? Or both? Both.
Or the stunt assistant
Get
shirt.
both.
What, Cory? What were you saying?
Or the stunt assistant shirt. Don't forget that.
I'll get all three. I don't care. I'll get all three. Why not? What's wrong with that? Absolutely nothing.
Yep.
I see
Nope.
nothing wrong with getting Double Dare t-shirts. Because, hey,
See nothing wrong with a little
Oh,
Double
God.
a
Dare.
little bit
Ding
of
ding 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 ding.
There you go. How long have we gone on now? About 54 minutes. This concludes the Double Dare series here on the Bingel Watch. It's been an amazing 5 weeks just talking about non-stop Double Dare. It's been a lot of fun. Next week, we begin our 2-week series on Muppet Babies. That's going to be so much fun. Next week, we talk about the original Muppet Babies, which began on CBS in 1984 and ran until 1991. And then, the week after, we talk about the current revival of Muppet Babies. Speaking of revivals, big special thank you to Cory Lawrence, who's been here all 5 weeks. Cory, I appreciate your help. Come back anytime.
Thank you.
And thank you to everybody else and all the other guests who joined me these last 5 weeks in our Double Dare series. All of you are more than welcome to come back on my show anytime. With that being said, join us next week when we begin talking about the original Muppet Babies. And sort of its big impact on morning shows. Saturday morning shows. The better Saturday morning shows, I should also say. Cory, take us out.
Well, folks, it's been a long road, but hey, we had fun, and we'll see you again for another Mondell Gak Attack on another Bingo Watch. Bye-bye.
Bye, folks.